Hello, everyone. My name is Spencer, and I'm with University of Pittsburgh Occupational Therapy program. And today we'll be discussing how to support your child who may be falling behind. And today we have with us signing and interpreting Ms. Kim Marie. And then we also have Angel.
I'm Angel.
And I'm Hannah.
All right. Navigating supporting your child in school. In school age, we're referring to children 5 years and up. And just a brief overview, these are some of the developmental delays that one may want to consider. We kind of broke it down, the A, B, C, D, E, F. So for A, we have answering basic questions. And these refer to just being able to comprehend and appropriately answer questions that may be asked to them. That may be, what is their name? What school do they go to? What did you have for lunch? B, as in bringing you an item. This refers to possessing the ability to be able to handle, move objects, be able to comprehend what objects you're wanting them to bring to you, such as, can you bring me that ball? And they bring you the ball as opposed to a toothbrush. C, the ability to climb stairs and playground equipment. This is just the coordination and the strength and ability to be able to climb equipment. D, describe their day. Just giving general detail as to what happened throughout their day, as well as their emotions about the day. Like, how was your day? Did you have fun today? What'd you do? Who'd you play with at recess, etc. And E, are you the willingness to explore new places, maybe talk to new people, and play with different objects. And lastly, F, friends, the ability to build and foster a friendship, as well as relationship building in general. And there's two paths to help support your child who may be falling behind. One question is, you may ask yourself, I'm concerned about my child. The next one is to explore, does my school provide assessments to address my concerns? And there's two options. They could either the testing shows there's no delays, which is wonderful. And if there is testing that shows delays, there's two routes we can go to. The one for the 504 plan is that they need classroom accommodations only, which would be more appropriate for a 504 plan. The testing shows that they need to learn in a different way or specialized instructions. They might be eligible for an individual education plan known as the IEP.
All right, so now we're going to talk about what is an individualized educational program, or an IEP. So an IEP is a legal document that is describing the specific educational needs of a child in a public school. It's written by a team that can be made up of several providers, such as a psychologist, a special education teacher, a general education teacher, speech pathologist, physical therapist, occupational therapist, audiologist, and vision specialist, but these are not all. So in order for a child to be eligible for an IEP, they must have a deficit that negatively affects their educational performance within the classroom. So what qualifies a child for an IEP? So there are several things that can qualify the child. One of them is autism, if they fall on the spectrum there, which usually they are diagnosed whenever they're younger, preferably. Also an emotional disturbance, an intellectual disability, a traumatic brain injury, a hearing or vision impairment, a specific learning disability, or other health impairment. Another one that is less thought of is a specific delay impacting their education. And that's the key to an IEP is, does this delay impact their educational performance within the classroom? So how can an IEP help your child in school? So every school district is legally required to provide a free and appropriate public education in the least restrictive environment. So what does this mean? Basically, the IEP team for your child is going to consider the way to the maximum extent that they can educate your child alongside other kids in the classroom. Services that can be implemented through an IEP can include behavior management, accommodations in the classroom. So an example of this may be having the child sitting closer to the board or further away from the window to avoid distractions. Another example would be they can be provided with assistive equipment. And they can also receive therapy services at school. So this might include occupational therapy, physical therapy, speech therapy, mental health therapy, audiology, or vision services. So what is a parent's role in this process? This is a major question that you may be asking yourself. So before an IEP can be put into place, you need to grant the IEP permission. You can attend meetings with the IEP to discuss your child's progress. So it's important that you request copies of the evaluations that are given to your child and copies of the IEP before the meeting. And if you don't agree with any part of your child's IEP, do not sign off on it. We can continue to work with the IEP until everyone is satisfied.
So we have the parent's role in the IEP process, but we also have to think about the child's role in the IEP process. So your family must decide whether it is appropriate for your child to attend the IEP meetings or not. If the child is present, the focus of the meeting is on the child. In the IEP meeting, your child has the opportunity to practice goal setting and teamwork skills, understand the impact of their disability, learn how to ask for and accept help from others, understand their own strengths and needs, and expressing their own needs. So there might be some concerns you have about your child in the IEP meeting, and these are examples of such. So my child is too young to participate. So what you would do is ask your child if they would like you to share any information at the meeting and discuss the created goals with them afterwards. Another would be my child chooses not to attend. And with this, you can discuss what your child would like you to say to the IEP team on their behalf. It may include things like what they want to learn, how they learn best, etc. Another example would be the meetings are too stressful for my child. So with this, before the meeting, help your child write down practice or phrase what they want to say. If the meetings become too difficult for them, they are allowed to leave. And finally, another concern would be that my child attended the meeting and it didn't go well. You don't let one incident stop them from attending again. So you would consider inviting them to only part of the meeting or inviting someone they feel comfortable around to attend the meeting also. So what might you see on a 504 or an IEP? So there would be preferential seating, which for example would be sitting near the front of the room in the classroom. Extended time for tests. And this would be if a test is 1 hour, your child may receive an hour and a half or 2 hours, depending on their needs. Using assistive technology, for example, would be hearing aids, and therapies in school, such as speech therapy, occupational therapy, and physical therapy. So this is a lot of information, and there are advocacy organizations out there that can help you to become better advocates for your child, or they can advocate for you. So this is a lot of information on the slide here, and if you want to pause, you can, and take down any information that you need. These are all local, the Peel Center, Hands of Voices, Hune, and then Parent to Parent of Pennsylvania is a statewide program. And thank you for tuning in.